It's the 20th. Hey, hello, good Friday afternoon. Welcome to Farm Talk Friday. It is Friday, July 29th, I'm pretty sure, 2022. I'm Ken Jordan. This is my beautiful wife, Giovanna. And we do this every Friday around this time, whenever we can. And
most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
And that's why our people that watch this show, especially live, love it because we're fairly consistent.
Fairly consistent, that's right. Okay, I discovered a new fruit we need.
Yeah?
Yeah, strawberry guava.
Oh, did you have one?
No, I read about it and I saw pictures. It's like our guava that we have, our guayaba. Mm-hmm. But they're red, they're bright red.
Okay.
And
sounds exciting.
They're like bushes. They're bushes, they don't get very tall. It's not like a big tree like ours.
Uh-huh.
And the great thing about it is that it does best in red clay, which is
what we have.
Basically our soil.
What we've been trying to repair on many levels.
Okay, so I've got it written down. We have to find it and get it.
We gotta find it.
Because it's like ornamental.
Yeah.
And it
sounds
checks
great.
all the boxes. It's food. It's perennial.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's
delicious.
Nutritious? Probably. What about the worms? Is it a vegan fruit or?
No, the birds still go after it, but the fruit fly that attacks the green guayabas don't go for the red ones.
Okay, so it is like most fruit vegan. The other guayabas, the green ones, the ones that grow off of a tree that we have here, which is the fairy garden tree here at Greenwave House, that one is a non-vegan fruit because most of the time it has worms.
Yeah, little worms. Just try
protein.
Just try to eat it with your eyes closed.
Yeah, I never showed it to you, but there was I found it really disturbing. And Angelina Jolie was in Africa somewhere with a BBC crew, and they were cooking tarantulas and eating them. And
delicious.
So apparently Bill Gates is trying to push we should be eating insects, but I didn't see him eating them. But Angelina did. But we all know that she would.
Well, I will.
But I want to see Bill cut into and stuff a tarantula into his mouth.
I do too. So, but it is good.
Every meal for a week.
It is a good practice to eat low on the food chain.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of benefits, especially with fish. Like I just recently got into sardines. If you eat small fish, you don't get any of the mercury content. And most of the other reasons are escaping me. But I love my cricket protein bars that are it's a product of Costa Rica. And it's a protein bar made out of crickets.
And do they still have high fructose corn syrup in those?
No, they're just sweetened with cane
sugar.
Cane syrup. I've been writing to the guy. I'm trying to get him to sweeten it with stevia, but no luck so far.
Or what about monk fruit?
I'll take whatever he's got. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
I'm also super excited about. Giovanna showed me where we've got our next Rosa de Jamaica crop. Where all the little trees are planted. I was really worried because last year we didn't plant very many. We had a very small crop.
Compared to years in the past,
Compared to usual, and so super excited about this next crop. They always bloom, harvest, whatever, all by themselves. It's like they're ready when nothing else is. They're really out of season, those guys.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they start to flower. I love. Hi, Linda. I like the fact that the Rosa de Jamaicas, they flower around December. So if you plant them strategically around the house, you don't have to put up Christmas decorations if you celebrate Christmas, because you have them and they're making the decorations because they're red and white.
Yes. All right. Also, we had Okinawa spinach for lunch. It wasn't ours. We didn't
No,
grow
it
it.
wasn't Okinawa spinach for lunch.
But we're growing
We had
some.
that last name.
We're growing some, right?
Yeah, but the stuff that I prepared, we had bought it from the market. So we used to grow Okinawa spinach, and it's really pretty. It's green on one side and then like purple on the other, or sometimes maybe like split panel. And it's a different taste. Sometimes it's like slightly slimy.
Yeah.
So I don't really like to eat it raw, but like
No, not raw.
sauteed up.
Sauteed.
Yeah, but we have done salads, and it's just like the sliminess is a little too weird. Sometimes.
And we're burying the headline about the Okinawa spinach. It's a perennial and grows. It's not an annual. An annual, of course, is something like a cucumber
Seasonal.
or squash, seasonal. You plant it and then you harvest it, and then
And then you have
the
to
plant's
do
dead.
all the
Yeah.
work all over again.
And
We're perennial here.
yeah, perennials grow year after year.
That's part of permaculture, you know, thinking about the strategies of how to make things work easier for yourself. So you have more,
Okay.
you maximize hammock time.
We have a. Can we do the demo at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to talk more about the Okinawa spinach though.
Yes, let's do it.
So in our nursery, we have these like really cute bamboos. We call them the bamboos. They're hanging like logs, and we plant them. And so we've had different kind of like microgreens in there, and those all got harvested. So we enjoyed those for a while. The benefit of microgreens is that like you kind of know that that's going to happen, and you're not as invested as like when it's out in your garden and it's an annual. But anyways, we're still kind of lacking. It's like, oh, we don't have enough seeds, or I'm not sure. So I just put some Okinawa spinach in there, and hopefully we'll have beds of that in a couple months. So, and I actually was trying to put Okinawa spinach, because you can just take the leaves and like stick them in dirt and they'll grow a plant, which is really cool. And I tried to do that outside. It was an experiment, and I went and looked, and I think the little pocket butts got them.
The Watusas, the agoutis,
yeah.
They got a lot of names.
Many names.
And what else is happening?
Well, you were gonna do something here.
Should we demo first?
Sure.
All right, I said last week I was going to cut a maracuya, a passion fruit. A lot of people only know passion fruit from passion fruit infused drinks or
Cheesecake.
flavors or stuff
Right.
like that. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And what do you think? This one's more ready?
Yeah, it's more wrinkled.
Yeah.
And we should cut that
All right,
one
we'll
first.
just cut. I should have gotten a spoon.
We have spoons.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a spoon. Just gonna slice it right down the middle, and then before it's all the way open, you want to try to open it up, and then you've got this delicious, amazing. Okay, first of all, look how beautiful that is, and it comes out really easy with a spoon. There's like a little membrane protecting it.
Why don't you just put it in your mouth? Or you want to show them?
Well, right. So it comes out kind of like this. I hope this is, yeah, it's a pretty good shot. Okay. Well, yeah.
Is
Okay.
it steaming?
Was it what?
I don't know. It looked like I saw little.
Yeah, who knows what's happening there. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this is the stuff. It's kind of watery and kind of clumpy. And should I take a bite?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You should put it up closer, I think.
Yeah. It's,
Look at that.
It's manna. It's food of
And
the
the
gods.
seeds are supposed to be
Ambrosia.
full of omega-3s. If you chew them really good. Otherwise, they would just
That's right. When you
pass
eat
through
it,
your system.
chew the seeds.
Yeah, don't eat
Oh man, that's good. Okay. Also, I thought while we were here, just gonna show you this thing that looks like a lime is a completely ripe Costa Rican orange. This is really soft and juicy, and it's what they
Ooh,
look
yeah.
like. And you know, it's an orange inside, and they're great for juicing. You can't like peel them and eat them like like a sun-kissed orange. But they're amazing. Just thought
But they're kind of hard to peel.
yeah, thought I'd show that. All right.
Okay, so on to my updates.
Yeah.
Well, today we saw the chakalacas again. We hadn't seen them in a few days, even though we hear them every morning. And they're the like Costa Rican turkeys that hang out in trees and make a lot of noise. And they just reminded me, and we're going to Sedona soon. I was born in Arizona. They remind me of roadrunners a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the way that they run. So they were running across our driveway, I guess, our long driveway. And they don't have the crest, you know, they don't have like that, but beep beep, you know. So yeah, the chakalacas is roadrunners. Ken makes me a smoothie every day, and he noticed today that we're getting short on bananas. So it's an interesting crisis that we have sometimes. Like we're currently in a banana shortage. So in a few days, we're going to be out of bananas because we make these smoothies every day. We're not like at a sustainable level yet. Like we don't have bananas all the time. We have so many more plants than we used to. Like a couple years ago, we didn't have enough. So we had to like plant more banana trees, or they're not trees actually, they're plants. The tallest plant in the world. But so we have so many more, and one day it's gonna be too much, probably. Yeah. But right now we're still at that weird place where it's like we have bananas growing on the trees, but they're not ripe yet and they're not hung up. So it's like, oh, we have to buy something we grow.
It's a terrible feeling when we have to buy bananas. And it's amazing because we have so many banana plants.
Yeah.
Banana trees, whatever they're called. And, but we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yes, we're on our way. And we're actually like on the other end of the spectrum. Like we're in a green pepper emergency right now, which is not a shortage, but we have an abundance of green pepper, or I'm sorry, it's black pepper. It's just that like when it comes out, it's green. And so we need to harvest that probably tomorrow. But we're not done with eating our pepper from the last time we harvested, which is not a problem, but we're just gonna have a lot of black pepper. And I actually like to eat the kernels all by themselves. They're crunchy and they're punchy. So
crunchy and punchy.
Crunchy and punchy. And like I'll eat a few every day and we're still not out of that last batch. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we have not just work to do, but like I have to eat more black pepper kernels. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Grandma, if you see this because she's allergic to black pepper. But yeah, we talked about the Okinawa spinach. I think, so the last thing I kind of wanted to talk about, which is not necessarily Farm Talk Friday related, but so Ken and I, when we were in Greece, one of the first places that we went to was the Temple of Poseidon.
Yes. No fish.
No fish. So, you know, I consider myself, I like going to these sacred sites. I am not a tourist. Like I consider myself a pilgrim. So I'm there with intentions and there to, you know, talk to the land and give love and blessings to the land. And I always have a gift for the land. And, you know, and I have my whole thing that I'm about that is not important to share because, you know, things that are personal on that level are sometimes misunderstood unless like I know for sure that you're on the same page. And I'm not sure most of the people here are. So it's not important to get into that exactly. But the point is that like I come and I'm like, hey, I'm here to be respectful. That being said, you know, I thought, because I had brought a mermaid tail to Greece anyway, and I was planning on just like taking shots in the water. Ken he's been very sweet and supportive and thinks it's fun to be my photographer for this new endeavor. And so I was just planning on water shots. Well, and I knew about that Ceramus pool, the really cool hotel that we stayed at in Athens. It was just like everything was a shot. I mean, influencer central, I think, for that hotel. So I knew about that, but mostly I was just planning on water shots. I'm like, oh, the Temple of Poseidon. I have a mermaid tail. Of course I should bring the mermaid tail to the Temple of Poseidon. And, and so I had like this dress and I got dressed up and, I was looking kind of mermaidy anyway. And really in my mind, it's like, I'm going to be putting on like, pants. I'm putting on more clothes if I put on the mermaid tail. Like, I don't think that it's disrespectful. I'm not like disrobing, right? So anyway, we get there and I go to put on my little mermaid tail and almost immediately we get like shut down.
Yeah.
And that security guard comes over. And so Ken thinks, because what I didn't see is that there was somebody like behind Ken with like this huge camera, that was there just taking his own shots. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's a commercial photographer, maybe not, we don't know. But he turned around to take pictures. Not that he was, like, he should have asked, like,
yeah,
or maybe he just turned around.
He was just going to capture the mermaid moment.
Yeah, so anyway, maybe that sent some red flags, but he came over, the security guard was like, no dresses. And I was already wearing a dress, like I showed up in a dress. So I was a little confused about that. In reflection later, it was just miscommunication. Like I didn't understand that what he meant was like, you can't come here and dress up. Like, you either wear what you're wearing but no like commercial.
No dressing.
Yeah, no commercial photo shoots. So I've come up with this idea of Poseidon pants. This is slightly off topic. I'll get back to the other point I was going to make. But Poseidon pants. So like what if I had shown up and I had made those into like bell-bottom pants? Like would that have been a no-no? I think it was just like me trying to get dressed up on site was potentially the thing. Or was it that I was going to look like a mermaid? But I've already reached out to the Greece Board of Tourism and I'm requesting that they get back to me because I think this Poseidon pants could be, it could be a thing. They could make money with it. Local vendors, and there wasn't a lot going on over at Temple of Poseidon.
No.
Like Poseidon pants for Greece.
Yeah.
You can credit me for the invention, but you can take it. Poseidon pants are bell-bottom pants that, like, when you put your legs together, they look like a fin or like a tail.
All right.
Okay, but anyway, my whole point is that I posted a picture. I was talking about this on Facebook. Here I am still talking about it. And, and I had thought about this angle as well, but someone's like, well, if it was a Native American sacred site or, any kind of indigenous, like, sacred site, and they didn't understand what you were doing, and maybe they would consider that disrespectful. And so I do understand that, but yeah, and so it's a hard line. I think that it's worth talking about. But sometimes I feel like people kind of jump on the bandwagon with that, and and I've done this too. I can be very judgy.
What's your point, baby?
All right. My point is anyone living in the U.S., you're trespassing. And your entire existence is offending the culture that was there. So just, like if Ken's like, whoa, we're going here. You're going to have to pick it back up after I make this point. But, I think it's important for us to recognize that as well. So like here I am, I'm in intention of pilgrim. I'm not doing anything disrespectful. Maybe I was, and I'm completely, I've already told the Board of Tourism, I'm going to make a full apology if it's warranted by them, if they did find that disrespectful. But before people get too judgy and start, thinking like how people dressing up at sites, they're willing to do offerings. I mean, they should have these sites available for people that want to offer again and enliven these sites. And I would say that is not happening, and it's not happening probably because of the current dominating culture that has to do with the patriarchal religions don't play.
All right.
Anyway,
so
woo!
that was super farm related.
Yeah. Hi, Jane.
All right. So listen, we hope you join us next Friday on Farm Talk Friday. And for my beautiful wife, the mermaid, Joanna, I'm Ken Jordan. This
opinionated and
is the Green Wave House page. I will see you next week.